If everybody could please have a seat so we can start the program. Thank you very much.
Good evening. If everyone could take their seats, please. Oh, I like that. That was like quick. Good evening. I'm Dawn Jones. I'm the outgoing president of the State Bar of Georgia. And yes, you can clap. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you this evening to our first hybrid annual meeting in the bar's history and our last meeting of this bar year. I'm going to first call Amy Howell up to give us our invocation.
Good evening. Distinguished guests, colleagues, friends, fellow humans. I'm honored to be here this evening and share the invocation. I invite you to join me in a prayer and solemn moment of reflection. Please do so in the manner most comfortable for you in accord with your own beliefs. Almighty Creator, we humbly gather here today in flesh and spirit and give thanks. Thank you for giving us the breath to be in this moment and gather and rejoice for our many blessings and for these bar officers who've been called to faithfully serve the bar and the people of Georgia. Thank you for the many hearts and hands that have worked tirelessly to bring this event to fruition. We give thanks for the bar staff, the resort staff, and many others who've helped to make this moment and weekend special. Bless them for their service. Thank you for our family, friends, and loved ones, both for their being and the ways that they show up for us. Bless them for their love and support. Thank you for your loving presence in the minutes, hours, and days we have journeyed through during this pandemic and for our arrival to this moment here and now. While this time seemingly placed emphasis on what sets us apart, thank you for giving us the opportunity to pause long enough to recognize the beauty in each other and a chance to reflect on how we can celebrate both our individuality and feel your love as we come together as one. As we are exiting this unprecedented time, we thank you for the moments of joy, even if they were wrapped in bacon and sugar, And we also thank you for offering solace and hope, especially for those whose arrival to this moment involved hardship, worry, pain, even loss. May they continue to find the light and healing in you. Please give us the presence to extend ourselves to others when they are in need. As we come together again and embark on a new bar year, we ask that you continue to shine your light on our path. Please bless this body of leaders as they guide us on our next leg of the journey. May their hearts be filled with your love as they humbly serve the greater good. For what lies ahead, we ask that you grant them the courage to do what is right. Please grant them the humility to seek others' input and the wisdom to listen. Give them the strength of conviction to bring us together, even when others might seek to tear us apart. Almighty, please help us to give them, ourselves, and each other grace, reminded that the love you have for us, we can share with each other. Amen.
I'd like to introduce and recognize our distinguished guests, including Chief Justice Harold Melton from the Supreme Court of Georgia, Presiding Justice David Namias, Justice Michael Boggs, Justice Nels Peterson, Justice John Ellington, Justice Carla Wong McMillan, and Justice Sean LaGrua of the Georgia State University College of Law. From the Court of Appeals, Chief Judge Christopher McFadden, Presiding Judge Ann Barnes, Presiding Judge Sarah Doyle, Presiding Judge Stephen Dillard, and I apologize, Presiding Judge Ann Barnes is virtually attending this evening's event. Judge Clyde Reese is virtually attending this evening's event. Judge Trenton Brown, Judge Elizabeth Goebel, Judge John Pipkin, and Judge Verda Colvin. Thank you for being here. I'd also like to recognize our special 5-gavel sponsor for this annual meeting. Special thanks to Member Benefits Incorporated for their continued support of the State Bar of Georgia, and in particular, their support of this evening's meeting. 5-gavel sponsor, Member Benefits Incorporated. Let's give them a hand. Also, a special thank you to the many sections and companies who contributed toward the opening night festival and this presidential gala. We couldn't do it without them. Normally, among a couple of other awards, we would be presenting the Employee of the Year Award, State Bar of Georgia Employee of the Year Award. However, the employee wasn't able to make it this evening. I would like to recognize in his absence, Lamont Burrell with the IT Department of State Bar, who will be receiving his award this fall. The 2021 Distinguished Service Award. It's the highest honor bestowed by the State Bar of Georgia for conspicuous service to the cause of jurisprudence and to the advancement of the legal profession in the state of Georgia. This is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and our 2021 recipient is being honored for an exceptional career of 30 years as a member of our State Bar. He is an outstanding leader of the legal profession and justice system of our state. The recipient of our Distinguished Service Award is a native of Washington, D.C. He was raised at East Point and Marietta, Georgia, where he graduated from Wheeler High School. He earned a Bachelor of Science degree from Auburn University, and I'm not going to mention War Eagles. There, he served as president of the Student Government Association, and the University Student Center is now named in his honor. He then earned his Juris Doctorate from the University of Georgia School of Law, but apparently he still says War Eagle. I'm not trying to start anything tonight. I was trying to start something. Sorry about that. He was admitted to the State Bar of Georgia in 1991. Our recipient worked for 11 years in the Georgia Department of Law under 2 attorneys general, where he dealt with issues ranging from the creation of the Georgia Lottery Corporation to the administration of Georgia's tobacco settlement. He rose to become a section leader over the department's Consumer Interest Division. He later served as executive counsel to Sonny Perdue, governor of the state at that time, representing the governor on legal issues covering the entire scope of state government, helping safeguard Georgia's interests in water rights disputes with Alabama and Florida, and participating in the administration's efforts to advance the delivery of criminal justice services in the state. He is a servant leader who is admired by his colleagues, lawyers and non-lawyers, for his professionalism, kindness, and embodiment of a lawyer's creed. By now, you know that it is my high honor and distinct privilege to introduce and ask you to join me in congratulating our colleague and great friend of the State Bar of Georgia, Chief Justice Harold D. Melton, as a 2021 recipient of the Distinguished Service Award. I'm not finished, stay here. Oh. Stay here. It's kind of nice being able to boss the Chief Justice. I'm like, stay here. And he did. In July of 2005, the Honorable Harold Melton was appointed by Governor Perdue to serve as a justice on the Georgia Supreme Court of Georgia, and he has subsequently been reelected statewide without opposition to 3 terms on the court. Since 2018 in September, he has served as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Georgia and recently announced his retirement from the bench effective July 1 of this year. I tell him this. You want to say it a little louder? So, I had the distinct pleasure of introducing myself to Justice Melton when he ascended to the bench in 2005, when I was serving as GABWA president of the Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys at that time. Justice Benham basically and lovingly called me and said, you know, we want to make sure that our new justice member feels welcome. So I think it'd be great if GABWA reached out to him. And I was like, I don't know him. In his own way, Justice Melton lovingly reminded me that, again, that it was a really good idea to welcome the newest justice to the Supreme Court of Georgia. I then called and reached out to Justice Melton, and I am so grateful because I believe there's someone who lines up and orders my steps. And from 2005, when I was lovingly prompted to reach out to him, to today, having worked with him this past year, I'm so grateful for the service. I wish you knew how hard he works behind the scenes, calmly, collectively, thoughtfully, and how he has helped me and the State Bar of Georgia do the best job that we can this year. So I want to give you one more round of applause, Chief Justice Melton. Yes, sir.
Y'all sit down. Thank you. Okay. So the reason why I stayed still, I thought she was going to give me a trip to Paris. So that apparently didn't happen. Guys, y'all have done more than you need to. All I've ever wanted to do with this bar is to make you proud, to serve you, to be your friend. Y'all have given me more than enough, just with your smiles and your hugs and your friendship. I hope to take that with me. You are in good shape going forward with the leadership of our court, with the leadership of the bar. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Please accept our gratitude and our thanks, sir, really. And I don't mean, anyone who knows me knows I'm not trying to make light of this moment. I would have read the resolution, but it's way too long. Actually, now that you're settled, I'm going to ask, I do have to give a couple of remarks. I'm sorry. I'm out of order. So, as I was reminded to give brief remarks, they will be brief, but I couldn't leave the stage this evening, turning over the gavel to a more than ready president coming in and executive committee coming in without saying some thank yous and giving you a couple of remarks about my reflections on the year. It will be brief. It's wonderful to see everyone this evening, and I think the theme that we've all heard and seen over the last couple of days has been just that. It feels good to be together. As we close out this bar year, my year as president, with this wonderful gala planned by our president-elect, I want to provide a couple of thanks to folks, starting with my family. I'm going to ask you to stand up and turn around so everybody can see you. I will tell you, they always ask me, they have no clue what we do with the bar. They don't understand it. All they know is I'm never home. I'm always out, apparently drinking. So the last couple of days, they've had a chance to have an up close and personal look at what we do as a bar. And I think they're impressed. I'm not quite sure. But this is my family. All right, y'all can sit down. But I do want to thank them. I have an extended family. I've been very blessed. From the moment I started in law school, I was directed to two great organizations, the Georgia Association of Black Women Attorneys and the Gate City Bar Association. If you're a member of either organization and you know me, raise your hand. Thank you for being my supporters, my fans, sometimes my harshest critics, in a loving way. If you don't know, I'm a graduate of the Georgia State University College of Law. Yeah, y'all just might as well stand up. There you go. I love my law school. I'm sorry. I love my law school. And we are unique, but I'm not going to go any further. But I am grateful for the support that I get. We are a family. We are a family, whether we graduate together or not, we're a family, and I'm grateful for that. I want to specifically mention Patrice Perkins Hooker. Stand up. Cajoled, encouraged, instructed, directed. Patrice is the reason I'm standing here today. She not only built a foundation, but she also supported me and encouraged me to run for office and to help lead this bar. And I literally would not be here today, but for her encouragement, instruction, direction, etc. Thank you, Patrice. One of my top priorities for this bar year, as shared with all staff, was to ensure that even as we work remotely, we would continue to maintain the same excellent standard of support and services to our members during this pandemic as we did pre-pandemic. And they stepped up and showed out. So thank you to the staff of the State Bar of Georgia for being excellent. I don't see them. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, they stand up. Thank you. As we all know, this has been quite a challenging year. Leading this bar association with my consistent efforts to increase transparency and build consensus was an adventure for sure. Sometimes it felt a little bit like not herding cats, but lions and tigers and bears. Thank you. But I knew the leadership of our bar always had the best interest of our bar in mind at all times. And I was grateful for that. I did my best in serving this bar and serving its membership and the public. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity to turn over the helm of this huge, unwieldy ship. I said ship. I ran a little bit out of breath, but I said ship to Elizabeth Fight. As she heads our bar, I look forward to supporting her and her leadership as she has been my supporter throughout this year. That's all I got. Thank you. So I'd like to call Chief Justice Melton, Sally Brown Akins, Tony Del Campo, and Ivy Neal Cadle, I don't think I knew your middle name was Neal, to the stage for the swearing in of officers.
Come a little closer, folks. All right. We did not practice that. All right, raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Sally Akins,
Swear that I will truly and honestly,
swear that I will truly and honestly,
justly and uprightly
justly and uprightly
conduct myself as a member of this learned profession
as a member of this learned profession
in accordance with the Georgia Rules of Professional Conduct
in accordance with the Georgia Rules of Professional Conduct
as an attorney or counselor,
as an attorney or counselor,
and that I will support and defend
and that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Georgia.
and the Constitution of the State of Georgia.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I would like to call Elizabeth Fight, 59th President of the State Bar of Georgia, to the stage. I'm not going to clock her with it. It really is heavy. I mentioned earlier that you were a supporter of mine. I had some challenges. I was really worried about my family. And when needed, you stepped in. And I appreciate that. And it is my distinct pleasure to turn this over to you. Right now.
You got his hand and like hold this.
Do we need to? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Thank you. There's something.
And so I'm going to call the mother of the president-elect up to the stage. Ms. Margaret White, if you would please come to the stage. All righty. Miss Elizabeth Fight, you sure you want to do this?
I don't know if the bylaws provide for anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I state your name.
I, Elizabeth White,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will execute the office
that I will execute the office
of President of the State Bar of Georgia
of President of the State Bar of Georgia
and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
faithfully and to the best of my ability
faithfully and to the best of my ability
and understanding.
and understanding.
and agreeable to the policies, bylaws, and rules
and agreeable to the policies, bylaws, and rules
and regulations
and regulations
of the State Bar of Georgia,
of the State Bar of Georgia,
the laws and the Constitution
the laws and the Constitution
of the State of Georgia,
of the State of Georgia,
and the Constitution of the United States.
and the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Whew, the most nerve-wracking part was her getting off and on the stage. So I'm good, guys. I don't care what the weather's doing. I'm as good as gold right now. It is a privilege and honor to be here today. And as I did this morning, this is going to be brief as well. If I'm being honest, I really did stumble into my bar service as the most junior litigation associate in my law firm at the time. I was voluntold to run the appellate admission ceremony for the Young Lawyers Division. And I did it, and I did it dutifully, and I came up with some changes because the committee was really a committee of one. And so I did what I was supposed to do. And when I finished the swearing in ceremony, I got invited to lunch with the then YLD president. I wasn't really even sure what the YLD was. I just knew I was told to do this. And so the then YLD president, Elena Kaplan, invited me to lunch with the then YLD director, and she wanted to talk to me about what I'd done, and she sort of offered me some praise, and she was happy that I had tried to think about doing things a little bit differently and work through things like that. And I'll just say that at the time, I don't even remember a lot of the cases or clients I had that year, but I so distinctly remember that lunch with Elena because she introduced me to the YLD as an organization. And she told me, she was like, I really want to get you more involved and see what else you can do for the state bar and how we can get you to serve. And from then I've been hooked. And so I bring that up for a couple reasons. One, because I feel like if you want to blame anyone else besides me for being here tonight, that Elena is like a good person to blame. So you can just go thank her later. But two, what I really want all of us to remember is it doesn't matter what stage you are in your career and where you're at and what you're doing, you can really make an impact in someone's life. And it's the smallest gesture. And so I want each of us here to commit to just try to mentor someone in some way, in some shape or form. You don't have to take them on forever and be like, this is my mentee for the rest of my life. But that gesture from her, set me on this path. So I hope that we all remember that, because I think for our profession, one of the most important things we have is community. And we don't have community if we don't try. So we have to be a part of that effort. So that's one of the things I want to talk about for this year. This morning, y'all heard me talk a little bit more about business and some of the things we want to do. And one of those things is I want to start highlighting more of the things that the bar does. The bar does a lot of things, and it's not lost on me that someone like me who spent a lifetime now doing stuff like this knows more about the minutia of the bar than a lot of y'all. And so I want to bring to the table, I want you all to know more of what you do, because someone in your community, you might need the service that's offered. Someone in your community might need the service that this bar offers. And I feel like it's important for us to highlight. So this morning I talked about our law practice management program, which is a way to help lawyers and their employees navigate and manage the operations of a law firm. We kind of forgot, we all signed up to go to law school. We didn't sign up to run a business. And so whether you work for someone else or you are your own boss, you are in a business. And so the law practice management program is a part of that. And I feel like those are programs like that I want to highlight for you all this year. But we can talk business more later. So what I want to do is offer some thanks. Although Dawn just got me started, the waterworks are so close to not happening. It might happen. So this is going to get even briefer. First, I would like to thank my law partner, Buck Rogers. I don't even know if this is going to work, y'all. Suffice it to say, I met Buck through my bar service, and he has just been such a light in my life. He's a fantastic human being. One, he helped my mom get on stage, so forever. I'm going to chip in to help pay for the kids to go to law school now, too. I just appreciate him and his support. And when you take on something like this is a big endeavor.
And it's fantastic to have a law partner that can work with you on that and that understands it. And so I appreciate you and I love you very much. And even all the stories you tell me all the time, I still love you very, very much. Today you saw that I was joined by my mother, Margaret White. She is one of my role models. So her story is she was born in a really small town that you could honestly call a hamlet if you wanted to. I think there was maybe a version of a corner store there. And she was born in a level of poverty that many of us here would never know. And in her family, they prioritized education among everything, above everything. And so her father passed away and my grandmother prioritized that she wanted my mom to go to college. So she scrimped and she saved and she borrowed. And she sent my mom to college. And I'll say that she only saved enough for my mom to go to school for 3 years. So my mom had to graduate in 3 years. So that's what she did. And at the time, you know, the overarching theme for women was that you really shouldn't go get a higher education anyway. That wasn't your place or what you should do. And so she wanted to do business. She wanted to be a CPA or work and do things like that. So she took a lot of business classes. And she actually made the highest grades in her classes. But her professors told her that because she was a woman, that wasn't her place. So they didn't give her those grades. And they told her that's not what she needed to have. So she persevered and she endeavored and she continued to do it. And so she ultimately became a school teacher. And I'm happy to report that after 56 years in education, my mom retired Tuesday. She taught for 1 year in one school district and then went to another school district and was there for 55 years. And now the running joke is she is legitimately the longest serving employee of the school district ever in the history of ever. And so I just want you to know that because that education is so important to me. Mentorship is so important to me. Family is so important to me. And I feel like you don't know who I am unless you know where I came from. Also, my father passed away a few years ago. And all I'll say about him is he was an amazing human being. I wish he could be here. He was kind and he was humble and he was a Renaissance man. And on a different day, I can tell you, he could, put shingles on the roof and then he would tell me to go read Shakespeare. And he made sure that I knew and took my piano lessons I had to take from 2 different teachers because he wanted me to learn how to play 2 different styles of piano. And those are the people that I came from. And at home, I see my brother and my sister-in-law are in San Diego right now, and they're watching us remotely. So my brother, Matthew, and Annie and their children, Amelia and Willow. Girls, I'm so proud of you. I am so happy for you. I think you've done such an amazing job this year navigating a very hard time with a very different virus. And I love you, and I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see you again. And then to my tribe that showed up and showed out, thank you. As I said, I believe in community, and the family you pick is the best family you can get sometimes. And so I appreciate the folks that have supported me through the years, who have been here to mentor me, to let me cry on their shoulder, to let me tell all the bad jokes that I love to tell all the time. I appreciate you all, and I thank you for your support. I thank you for your leadership. I thank you for your willingness and understanding to just be good people and to promote your self-care first, and then you take care of other people. So I love you all. I appreciate it. I hope that as we go forward this year, that we can have a good time, that we can get the bar work done that needs to get done. And that ultimately we can remember, as Amy said, we're all just human beings and we're all just here. And some days we have bad days and some days we have good days. And we all just need to give ourselves grace as we go forward. For all of you who have mentored and supported me, I appreciate it. For those of you who haven't supported me, I appreciate that too. You make me stronger and better. So I always appreciate it. As my boss OV taught me, it's joy and gratitude. I got it. So I just appreciate everyone. I don't want to take up more of your time. I look forward to working with each and every one of you this year. I hope that you are all safe on your travels home. I hope that you continue to give your time and effort to the bar because we need you and our profession needs you. And we are better always when we are together. So thank you, and I appreciate you. Thank you. So at this point, I believe I now bring back up. All right, I need to call Dawn Jones and Daryl Sutton back to the stage.
I'm nervous. I'm real nervous.
Welcome to the roast of Dawn Jones. You should be. You want to take a breath? So I have the distinct honor of presenting you with your president's gift. And I learned a lot on my journey up the leadership ladder. And I learned most of it by watching my predecessors. And I sat back and watched as folks like Pat led. Buck was there, but Pat led. And I learned that to be a good leader, you got to emulate what other leaders did. And so I learned that from Judge Ken Hodges that in order to talk about you, I got to talk about me first. And so I'm going to say a little bit about you by saying a little bit about me. And Amy, I'd like it noted for the record, I'm no longer the president, but they're still laughing at my jokes. So I am, without a doubt, the world's greatest gift giver.
You told me that, for real.
It's true. It's a fact. Look it up on Wikipedia. It's there. When giving a good gift, you have to think about the person for whom the gift is intended. So I began to think about Dawn. What makes Dawn Dawn? Well, I know Dawn has a love of Virginia. Dawn has a love of nursing. In fact, there's a stethoscope here somewhere that no doubt belongs to her. Dawn loves the Georgia State University College of Law. Please. Go Bears. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Judge Colvin, that one's for you. Dawn loves Gabois. And yes, I pronounced it correctly. And I know from attending a lot of Gabois investitures that you can't be a Gabois president, well, seemingly, unless you're a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And so I know that to Dawn, the date January 15, 1908 matters a lot. And I know to Dawn, the date January 29, 1913 matters a lot. And I know to Dawn that the motto by culture and by merit matters a lot. And I also know that pretty girls wear pearls. And so this gift is in stages. First of all, here's your pearls, pretty girl. But we're not done. I also know that Dawn loves Daryl. And so I've got you some more pearls. One name's Daryl, one name's Sutton. I have the box for all these back in my room. And I also know that Dawn is a plaintiff's personal injury lawyer. And we know, Buck, that plaintiff's personal injury lawyers love money. Or thine equivalent of money. And so I have a very large gift card for you. You're welcome.
I will be wearing this in just a few moments. Thank you.
In all seriousness, congratulations. You dealt with difficulties that I'll never know. You encountered people that I'll never have to encounter. You encountered pushback that I'll never have to encounter. But you did it without saying a word about it, without complaining a word about it. And I'm grateful for you. Congratulations.
I hate to admit it, but he did really, 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 really good. So, thank you.
So at this point, we've concluded the gift giving portion of the show. Really, this is the end of the program. It's amazing. I do want to give a couple announcements about what's about to happen tonight. So we are over in the main ballroom where we have a band called the Band Be Easy with a horn section. Yes. There will be a buffet and a bar, a very full bar there. Then if you go to the Indigo Ballroom, that's also in the same hotel on the 6th floor, we have something called like an atmosphere music experience. It's going to be more loungy feeling. So maybe if you need to rest a second, you want to sit up there and chill out. It's got 270-degree views of the outside. Along those lines, I'm not terribly sure if it's pouring down rain or not right now, but if it is, the bars outside are going to be open and we have a shuttle that will be shuttling folks back and forth that's on the back side of the building. So if you can be patient, you can drink, you can enjoy yourselves, and I hope everyone has a lot of fun. I intend to get rid of these shoes very soon and put on some sneakers, and I look forward to celebrating with everybody. Please be safe getting home. Please enjoy yourselves tonight, and thank you so much.